so far? Fourth?
Pretty rough conditions for the TT. I've been down here, it's the 4th year I've been here. Obviously the first time I've actually made it to the stage. The 4th year I've been here, it's the worst conditions it's been since we've started doing the tour with Couplands. But yeah, it's pretty fast for the first 3/4 of the race, like through all the corners and stuff, and then you hit that back straight and it's just a block headwind the whole way back. So I spoke to my coach this morning. He wanted me to do a normalizer of 350 watts and I did a normalizer of 345 watts. So considering we're 7 days into a tour, I'm kind of in no man's land. I've never pushed myself. I had this much riding in my legs to be able to do 5 watts off what he wanted me to do. I'm pretty happy. So now I get to get kitted up because I was an hour before all the other boys, and get to go and watch hopefully Glenn take out the dub. He deserves it and he's worked super hard for it, and we've got a few tricks up our sleeve to show the competition today with his special skin suit, and some of the stuff we've done to his bike's pretty special, so let's see if we can do it.
You know, final stage this afternoon. Are we expecting you to go all out at that?
Yeah, so we got 80k coming into Invercargill for the final stage. I really just want to make it. I think it's going to be pretty hectic because if this wind keeps picking up the way it's going to be and the way we've been riding the last 2 days with the echelons, I think it's just going to be another bit of a slog. So hopefully I make it into a decent group and just get it done.
Well, your cameraman's counting on you because he's putting the GoPro on your bike.
Yeah, we'll get the GoPro on because we lost the bolt for the last 2 or 3 stages. That's why we haven't had any GoPro footage. So hopefully we'll get some on today.
Perfect. So expect to see you in the break today, eh?
Yeah, in the break, definitely.
Underway here for the Couplands team. 19:14.98, that is right through 19:01.22. Cameron Beaumont did 19:08.35.
1, go!
The rider 33 now, Harry Scott, underway here. The leading time though continues with the man from Southland, Hamish Keast, with a 17:35.62.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think I finished in the top 10. Pretty rough conditions though, kind of hard to judge the wind. Pretty tough headwind on the way home, but overall reasonably happy. Last day, so just the run into town now.
How are you feeling for the last race?
Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes if the tour's all sewing up, it's a bit of a, a bit of an easier kind of cruise back into town, but it's still pretty tight at the top of the GC, so I think some teams will look to light it up in the crossies and some people might get caught out.
Are you looking to help Glenn out and try to secure that second jersey?
Yeah, I think after the TT, Glenn has bumped up in the silver. I think he's about 30 seconds off it, so yeah, I mean, me and Langers have got nothing to lose, so we may as well help out and see what we can do.
Who won the stage today for the TT?
Josh Burnett won the stage today. I think full credit to him. I think it just backs up what he's been doing all week. It just shows that he is on some serious form. And
Glenn, so how did the TT go?
Pretty average. Must have got out of bed on the wrong side and was missing a few watts today, but a lot of people, it was super slow conditions, so a lot of people have lost a considerable amount of time. So the silver is actually really close now. I know Torpler, he's dropped back a bit, so it'll just be one split into Invercargill that could be pretty decisive. So we won't give up just yet. We'll give it a good nudge this Savo and see what comes of it.
So you're hoping that the team will work for you this afternoon?
As a whole, it'd just be great to see the team get a result, and if we can all be on the front foot and make the right splits, it's pretty darn windy, then I shouldn't need a whole lot of support, but if need be, a couple of burners from the boys would be awesome.
What is the margin between you and
Haven't 100% worked it out, but he pumped me in the TT by maybe 15 seconds or so, and he had 8 seconds, so roughly 25, 30 odd seconds in it. So it's close, and this stage has caused a few upsets. So we'll give it a nudge. Hopefully the body fires up a little bit more. It was just a bit flat out there. Must be the old age catching up on me.
Going back to the TT, how much of a factor was the weather?
Yeah, huge factor today. You really need to go fairly easy in that tailwind out and then just lay it down on the way back, but possibly got a little carried away in the tailwind and just didn't have it in the second half. So you've really got to be good with your pacing and just be patient and back yourself. But I just thought full send and we'll see what comes of it.
On a lighter note, Keegan yesterday talked about a little in-house rivalry that you two had in the TT. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, I actually forgot all about that. He's a second or so behind me, I think, in the TT, which is I've heard about it the last few months, how much he's going to wax me by. So even though it's 1 second, I'll still get some mileage out of that. Overall, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, ended up 10th, which was a pretty good outcome in the GC for me. Super close to the silver in the end. We were down to a matter of 10 or 15 seconds, so it got really close. A better TT might have done it. I just had pretty stale legs the whole ride, and yeah, a little bit of a disappointing TT. I think I rounded out in 5th. It's super tough conditions, real heavy headwind coming home, and just didn't quite have that punch you need on a day like that. Yeah, kind of made up for it in the road stage coming into Invis. Managed to get in the 4-man move off the front, and we worked our asses off the whole ride, and yeah, managed to hold off the Palo. Only little niggle there was, it's no secret, we got given a 2 laps to go signal, and they put the checkered flag out with 1 lap to go, so didn't even get to at least have a crack at either doing a flyer or getting amongst the sprint. So rolled across the line in 4th for that, which is, yeah, on paper a good result, but it would have been nice to at least have contested for a better placing there. But yeah, we had small gap to the Palo, but not enough to grab that silver jersey. But yeah, overall the week's been fantastic. The lads on the team have been super good fun, and everyone's pulled their weight, and it's made for a good week, that's for sure. And the equipment we've had this year has been huge bonus. Yeah, big step up for me getting on the latest gear, and yeah, no complaints really. It's just such a good mix of langers and myself, the old boys, and then the young fellas. It's yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it helps probably keep me young, hanging out with the young punks, and Toby, who must have been damn near the youngest in the tour, and he just like performed above our expectations the whole week, and he's got a bright future, and I look forward to seeing how he gets on. We rounded out with a 5th. Our final day actually boosted us up a bit. We all had solid TTs, and then had a good ride into Invercargill making the move. So
do we expect to see you here next year?
yeah, I'll be back. It's post-tour blues today, like you're always feeling a bit jaded, but yeah, if you're already sort of eyeing up next year, you know you're in a good headspace.